Welcome to Two Lifestyle She Navigator program. The She Navigator program is a program that helps you navigate through the child welfare system. In this episode, we're going to shine light on sharing your stories, sharing your experiences, and also building accountability. I am thrilled that you've joined us today to dive a little deeper into how do I navigate the child welfare system, which is near and dear to my heart. This is my journey. I want to share my journey and my experience with you. Here are some ways to understand your role, your rights, your responsibilities for sooner reunification. Thank you so much for joining this episode. Today, our dynamics in the child welfare workers is how do we discover a way to foster good relationships, a positive impact on our journey? How do we really navigate through the child welfare system? So we've created 20 episodes that's designed to guide families through the Los Angeles County child welfare system. And it's based on personal experience, professional experience, community experience, and a national level experience that reaches all across the nation. So today, I want to talk a little bit about sharing stories. How do you build that sense of accountability? So, real briefly, I want to say this. As a mother who reunified with my children, I now understand how important stories are. And not stories as you're making up something, but your personal story, right? Or could we just say your experience for this episode? So, what we want to do is to help you create a mission. Like, what is your role in getting this process done? What is your role in navigating through the child welfare experience? How can you share your experience and your sense of accountability that can help you navigate through the case? So once you show accountability and you feel like, okay, I can kind of understand why they stepped in, what I can do different, what mistakes that I made, because we focus so many times in such a long period of time on what they're saying that's not right, what the court reports say, what the last minute order say, what the minute order says versus what can I do differently to be a better, healthier, responsible parent? So why is creating a mission statement important for families to navigate through the system? Because if you know what you're focused on, it makes it really, really easy for you to handle it. For instance, a mission statement would be, or could be, I will get my case closed in 6 months. I will. It's a commitment. I will. So that means once you create your mission statement, that means in your mind, you're thinking, how can I get my case closed? Well, here's the court orders. These are the things that I need to do. But if the accountability is not in place, you're not able to move forward because you're so stuck on what they said that's not right. What they said that I didn't do that. Why would my mama say that? Why would my son say that? Why would my sister say that? Don't spend too much time focusing on what people said versus what you can do to navigate in that 6 months. Because remember, when it's your mission statement, it's a statement. So let's talk about missions. Some of you are familiar with this amazing thing that's called the military. We got the Air Force, we got the Army, we got the National Guards, we got the Navy SEALs, just to name a few. And every single time they go out on a task, there is a mission. No matter what happens, that mission needs to be taken care of. So they go out, they're deployed. The mission could be to go get this big submarine and bring it back. No matter what happens, no matter who gets in the way, no matter what people say, no matter how long it takes, they're not stopping until the mission is accomplished. So your task from me to you is to come up with a mission statement that you can live with. Can you honestly, truthfully navigate the child welfare system in 6 months, right? Are you court ordered to do a 52-week domestic violence program? If your stories say there was domestic violence somewhere, somehow, the likelihood of you having to take a domestic violence class is very high. There is no quick fix for that. There is no 2 classes a week to get the 52 done. No, that's a year. Can you honestly create a mission statement that says I will be done in 6 months? So I want to encourage you to join us on a weekly basis as we support you in navigating through the child welfare system. And remember, All of this is an internal process. I get it. 7 of my children was detained because of my behavior. I can say that today because I have tapped into 2 things that I want to talk about right now: emotional intelligence and accountability. And in emotional intelligence and accountability, the emotional intelligence is how are you feeling? How do you use the event response versus the equal the outcome? How are you living that in today's world in the situation that you have? So my feelings was, I feel like they can't tell me how to take care of my kids. I got 7. How many do you have? And I really had that type of relationship with the worker in the very beginning until that accountability kicked in. And now that I'm accountable for all the mistakes I made, I no longer blame my partner for my mistakes, my partner at the time. I don't blame him for all of my mistakes because I made a lot of mistakes, and one of them was staying in a relationship too long. So as we move forward, next thing I want to say is keeping your accountability in the forefront. When you're dealing with the workers and you're building that and you're working, make sure you always remember to be accountable. Are there some things inside the case that you don't agree with? Absolutely. Do sometimes you say something and once it gets through their head and it comes out on paper, it looks and sounds different? Absolutely. But if you want to reunify with your children sooner, there are some things you must do. Again, sharing your experiences and building accountability. I look forward to serving you next week. Thank you.